Alright, so for my settings, my monitor is 2560 by 1400, so I have it on this. My view distance I put at epic. This doesn't actually increase the distance which you can view things, it just makes it so you're looking at polar, you'll see the castle from far away instead of it just popping up at some random point and maybe like thinking that's an enemy. So I just leave it up there. Everything else I have off or low to improve performance. The multi-thread rendering, it should default to what your PC can handle. I have a good one so it can handle it, but if you have like a older one or not a gaming one, it probably won't be on. I play NA East. My X sensitivity is 0.75. I felt that 0.8 was too fast to where I would whiff shots every once in a while, but that every once in a while could be at the end of a game for a win or early game and you die because of it, so I decided to go for maximum accuracy, but without it being at 7, which I found hard to turn around. So I get shot in the back and I would take too much damage from it, so I found this to be perfect. My Y sensitivity 0.65, I used to play on that, and then it just felt every once in a while it was slightly too low, so I raised it a bit, and this has worked. 0.7 felt a little too high to where I'd miss headshots, or I'd flick up too much on aiming, so I decided just keep 0.68. My ADS is 0.28. I'd highly recommend having a low ADS sense so you can track people when they're gliding in air, or you can laser with your AR. Having it too high made it, for me at least, I missed a lot of my shots, especially on people in air, which is usually free kills now. Or I would, it would be too high to where I'd flick to one side, then flick to the other side, and not focus on the middle. My scope sense, this doesn't matter a ton, because I don't use scoped ARs, mainly snipers. I decided to lower it. I used to play on 0.6. I made it 0.35 for like pinpoint accuracy from far away and stuff like that. My build sense is 1.84. I recommend having it pretty high just because as high as you can handle, just because you don't have to be accurate really when you build, and the higher it is, the faster you'll be able to do stuff for like Twifo cone or something like that. Edit mode, I found I choked every once in a while to sometimes a lot with 1.7 to 1.8, so I decided to lower it to 1.6. Now I rarely choke edits, usually if I'm playing bad and not just on any day. HUD scale I have 0.8, so it doesn't take up as much of the screen, I can see more, but 0.7 made it so I couldn't glance over at my mats quickly enough. So I decided to just keep it at 0.8, and I couldn't look at my ammo on 0.7 enough. I have sprint by default on. This is really good because it frees up a bind on the left stick, which you can use for like pickaxe to make something editing if you don't have an elite controller, or I have it personally bound to mark danger. So if it's late game, I need to call something out, and I don't know like how to describe it. It's hard to think fast during like description wise, so I'll use that. Tap to search. It's actually really overlooked because sometimes when you're editing or not editing, resing someone, you'll push X and then hold it, and then you'll accidentally let go, or say you have to scratch your nose or something. You know, it's easier if you can tap and then do something else for 10 seconds. Reset building choice doesn't matter if you're on build or pro. I just left it on. Aim assist you should have on. Edit mode aim assist I wouldn't put on. Turbo building, yeah. Auto material change definitely, but there is a glitch where there's a delay now for some reason, and it'll miss like a turbo build. I don't have any of this stuff because that's for my consumables on the left side, so this actually annoys me. Builder Pro build immediately should definitely have on, and then record replays I have off because it can improve performance. I have a 1.0 brightness, max game sound because the audio is pretty trash in this game, so having it max allows me to hear kind of okay. I don't use colorblind mode. It just doesn't look that great. And I think I can see through Storm pretty well, but having it on Watch or Nope just makes the game look really bland and kind of boring. So I'd rather not have it on. For my custom binds, I have an Elite controller, so I have edit bound to left on the D-pad, which is actually something, one of the paddles on the back of my controller. And then place marker down on the left stick, like I explained earlier. And then replay last emote, just because it's fun. If you want to like dance on someone, you can just click down fast. And I think that's it. I've crouch bound to right stick and repair. I was thinking about unbinding repair because it can make crouching faster, but I don't know how I feel about that yet. Build, I just have right on the D-pad change trap because it's defaulted to left, but that's what I used to edit, so I just put it on right on the D-pad. And I have everything else the same, I'm pretty sure. And then last, my dead zones, I just kept 0.2. When I lowered it, my sense fell too fast and I would miss shots, so I decided to keep it there. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and thanks for watching.